Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. Last time we began talking about our superstar leadership model book, Good Boss, Bad Boss. Which one are you? Well, let's follow up on that. And I want to do a quick activity. I want to get you engaged in your thinking here. I want you to think of the absolute worst manager that you ever worked with or knew of. What did this manager do? How did they treat other people? What were some of the characteristics of this person? As you're thinking there, I can think of one that I had. This manager was a VP of sales in an organization, and he lied. He just lied all the time. Never admitted it, but he'd lie. He'd say one thing, another group, try to cause some competition. So what are some characteristics that you came up with related to that? Think about that. I'm going to share some with you in just a little bit. Let's look on the reverse side now. Let's think of the best boss you ever had. Because here's what's true. Success leaves clues, and there will be a differentiation between the worst and the best. Sadly, though, what happens is the bad bosses have a negative impact on employees and their performance every day. Because the single biggest impact on the performance of employees is their direct supervisor. And did you know, think about this, 50% of managers today in organizations fail in their jobs. 50%. Wow! Could you imagine waking up in the morning going working for a boss that has some of the negative characteristics you're thinking about and creating that kind of climate in the workplace, trying to bring out the best in yourself every day and go the extra mile? It doesn't happen. So imagine the impact on business results, customer retention, profitability, sales, all those things, the negative impact that has. So that's the worst bosses. Best bosses have better impact. So you got some things in your mind? Well, hey, let me share a couple things with you about bad bosses. This organization asked its constituency, tell us about why you hate your boss. And they kind of did it just kind of in a funny kind of way. They got 7,000 responses and came up with 500 top reasons to hate your boss. I happen to have the top 10. And the number one thing on the list is poor communication. They just can't communicate with people. And all those managers that fail, that's number one reason, is they have poor people skills. The other one is they lie, related to the manager I talked about. They're indecisive. They favor brown nosers. That ego fulfillment, right? They don't listen. They procrastinate. They're forgetful. They withhold information. They only want to know what's going on so that anybody else can get in the limelight if they share privileged information, right? They belittle and criticize employees on a regular basis, and they talk too much. In fact, one person who responded to the survey said, my boss talks too much, and he talks kind of like Mr. Magoo, and I hate it. He goes, I just hate coming to work, the guy goes. Wow. Now, these are characteristics of the worst bosses, and as I said, unfortunately, there's too many of them out there. They infect the halls of corporate America all across the world and destroys employee motivation and engagement just when we need it the most. So that's one of the reasons why, as a leader, you need to be a student of the game. You need to keep learning. Whether you read our book or read other books, be a student of the game. Learn all that's out there so you can every day become more effective at what you do. And will it make a difference? Absolutely it will. One of our customers in Canada was just out there a couple of weeks ago. They needed a jump start to their fall selling season. I went out there, spend 3.5 days with them. Boom, they start getting better results. And I just got an email from them. And the manager's name is Donovan. Donovan said, wow, what a month, he goes. And you know what? They doubled their sales results in the month of November. And what did they do? Well, first of all, they got back to the basics as leaders. Talking to their people, setting big goals, doing a good job of coaching, having awesome meetings, giving lots of recognition, talking to their people all day long, give them a challenge to run for, and they did it with excitement, energy, and passion. And what did they do? They doubled results. Contrast that with the worst bosses we described just a little while ago. Think about that, and I'll be talking to you soon.